Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Big Russ with Road Trip and RC, and today I'm finishing up the Defender cab. I won't be doing the roof just yet. I got a lot of cutting, measuring to figure out, but it's solid. But we gotta do some body work. I'm also gonna try to fill in the roll cage holes, the snorkel mount, because I don't plan on running them. This is gonna be like super clean body. Yeah, I don't want a roof rack. I don't want any of that. Where did this? I've still got some cleanup work to do on it, so it all match up properly. I'm trying to find a canvas or leather-like material to wrap the roof in to have that like soft top look, but I do want to keep it hard plastic just for protection purposes. So let's get into this and I'll show you what I'm doing. All right, so I've got some JB Weld plastic bonder. It says it's good for filling cracks and gaps. Picked that up for like $7. These you can pick up at Walmart. It's a 50 pack for $1. And look at the size difference. A normal size popsicle stick versus the one JB Weld gives you. So we're not going to use that at all. And I'm actually excited about this, if it'll focus. JB Weld came out with this new cap, and let's be real, the biggest issue ever with JB Weld was the caps. And then you just kind of, I guess, match it up. I don't know. So the cool thing with this cap, the tabs are designed in a way that you cannot mess this up. So give it a good little mixy. This may be too much, it may not be enough. Who cares? We're just gonna roll with it. So just gonna and just like that. This is definitely not the most appealing color I've ever seen, but you know, we're gonna work with it. This body will be body worked, as in I am going to sand it, smooth it, prime it, paint it, the whole 9 yards. My IR60 isn't supposed to be, the pretty one. This is the pretty one. Okay? And then, and just like that. Like, it doesn't look like much right now, but I promise you, as soon as I start working on this, it's going to be like, oh, wow, that made a huge difference. I'm probably going to have to go back in on the roll cage mounts to refill them. After sanding, just because I'm not 100% sold that it's filled, right? So I'm taking like a cleaner part of my stick here, just kind of giving it a quick scrape up, help clean up some of the excess. Put it back in the roll cage hole or roof rack hole, whatever you want to call it, and scrape it. I haven't quite decided what is going to go on with the back of the cab yet. I have a feeling that some of the holes in the bottom where accessories go will probably be part of my mounting holes for the bed. Just kind of working that way. If I build this up, it should be fine. I'm trying to avoid the smaller areas that are going to be a pain to sand, such as, windows. So we'll let this cure, and we'll come back to it here in a second. All right, so it's been about 30-45 minutes, and it's no longer tacky. And it's time to do a little body work. I'm not happy with this seam. It seems like when I glued it, I just didn't do it right. So we will fix that in a later date. But anybody that knows, let me find it. Because it's harder to describe without, visual representation. So, on the back of the Defenders, we have two little hinges. And one thing that I had already done was sanded them off. So, to do the body work, I got some 320 grit. And just, I'm literally just trying to smooth this out. We might actually have to bust out the Dremel for this. Because I'm not happy with how that feels. Where is my sanding drum? There we go. And of course I got to change out the collet. This little Warrior Dremel knockoff, it's a good size. I mean, it is a really good size for most hands. It's a lot smaller than my actual Dremel, so this may be the ticket for a lot of you guys. As you see, it didn't take long at all. And then we can come in with the sandpaper. And like, it doesn't look good right now, but it will look better once I put some putty on it. That sounds like I just cracked something. Where did it crack? Yeah, right there. That one panel gap I was worried about, You see? It's getting a little talkative. This side is great because I've got the JB Weld all the way through the seam there. This I thought I had done good enough, and we can fix that rather easily. Bust out the old Gorilla Glue. And backfill. The crack. Got it all the way up and down. Now I think the smartest idea, I hate wasting these, okay? These are so invaluable. But I've got it clamped on. I've got my little rubber baggie there. And I think that's where we're going to call it this week, guys. This is such a huge project. This is such a huge project for such a small truck. I've been looking at builds on the Scale Builders Guild website, and guys are spending years building stuff. I don't expect this to take me years to do, but it's not like a quick weekend project for me. I get 1 day a week to do this stuff with, and I take 2 steps forward and I take 1 step back. I still have to figure out my rear suspension setup because it's not going to work with keeping the bed. This helped out a lot. The Endura double stacker setup helped out a lot because I've got this pushed as far forward as I can. It actually sits in the middle of the cab. Okay? Like, yeah, that's about right. It sits in the middle of the cab. The big issue is my rear suspension. I can bring these down, and it works, but it doesn't work right. I smoked that servo. I smoked it. I also have crazy toe in. I'm looking at getting some 16th scale WP axles for the rear of it. 1, they're leaf spring. 2, the 16th scale is closer in size to this. The downside is I have to get adapters to run my wheels, which is not a big deal. The adapter goes from a 5mm to a 7mm hex that we're all used to. WPL just uses a 5mm. And a Phillips screw, which I'm not a fan of. But I have thought about creating a stud in a way to go into the WPL axle so I can just put a wheel nut on. I don't know how it's going to work. We'll see. Unsure. But, yeah, this is one of those projects where I feel like I bit off more than I can chew. But I'm going to keep going with it, and I'm going to finish it because, let's be honest, we're getting there. We are getting there. I still have to cut this up a little more to match the wheelbase of the Defender, okay, which is more like that. Or okay, I could get some high trail rear links and push it back. Requires a new drive shaft, obviously, but okay. If I pushed it back, right? You guys seeing what I'm thinking? The big issue is my frame rails. I may end up doing custom frame rails. I may end up having to. Basically, cut the chassis right here and just have a flat rail set up. That, or I just build a custom chassis front to back for this and try to utilize what I have here in the middle for it. Not sure yet. If I do that, I'll probably go WP axles front and rear. So I have a full leaf spring truck. It'll look super scale. I know Defenders didn't come with leaf springs. They came with coil springs, front and rear. But, you know, custom is custom. So, I'm going to keep messing around with this, try to figure it out. Yeah, I'm at a loss today. That really set me back. I was hoping to get this a little more completed so I could start, you know, getting it ready for paint. But that's just the way it goes, guys. I will catch you guys in the next video. I've got an idea kicking around I want to talk to a few other guys about. And I think it could be fun. And if this comes to fruition, I will make a video about it and invite you guys to join in. So that being said, I'm Big Russ. Stay safe out there, have fun, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.